Welcome back. So back to one of our leading stories. Police have made a breakthrough in the murder of musician Oupa Sefoka, popularly known as DJ Sumbody. Investigations by the Political Killing Task Team and Gauteng organized crime detectives led to the arrest of 4 suspects in Gauteng. One of them is believed to be the mastermind of the crime. The weapon used has also been seized, and officials say it has been linked to other killings. The suspects are due to appear in court soon. DJ Sumbody was killed in a suspected hit in Johannesburg back in 2022. Well, police spokesperson Brigadier Atlenda Mate joins us now this evening for more on this. Brigadier, good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us. This is a big development. I think the death of DJ Sumbody back in 2022 shocked South Africans, not just that he had lost his life, but also how violently he had been killed. Talk to us about how police were able to get to these arrests and what we know about the 4.
Well, a very good evening, and thank you for the opportunity. Our investigating teams have been hard at work. Our investigation began as early as November 2022 after DJ Sumbody was killed alongside his bodyguards, Sibusiso Mokoena and Sandile Mieza. Our organized crime detectives from Gauteng started with the investigation. As time went by, they then requested the SAPS's Political Killings Task Team to assist them with investigations. Our first breakthrough actually happened last year when the weapon that was used in the commission of the crime was seized and linked to another case that is related to the killing of 30-year-old Armand Swart, an employee at a free engineering company who was tragically killed on the 17th of April 2024. So we were able to then, through further investigation, link the firearm that was used in that particular murder together with the firearm that was used in the hit of DJ Sumbody and the killing of his 2 bodyguards. So it is indeed a culmination of hard work and dedication to justice by the political task team as well as our organized crime detective. You know, it was one of those complex cases that our investigators really had to take their time to piece evidence together so that when we are ready to effect the arrest, we are sure that we have a case that will be able to stand in court.
Yeah, and just to go back, because now there's so many links that I want to try and, see if we can sew together here. Armand Swart, you were killed in April 2024. This was an ex-Transnet employee, correct?
No, he was not an ex-Transnet employee. He was a company linked to that was doing a business with Transnet, rather. So he wasn't working for Transnet, but the company that he was working for was, I think, doing business with Transnet.
Ah, yes, an engineering company. Okay, I see that. But again, this is a high-level death that would have seen. And then you talked about the weapons that were seized and how that weapon also linked to that you believe would have been behind the killing of Armand Swart in the killing of DJ Sumbody. Where, if you can assist us, with where these weapons were seized?
Well, for now, I can't say much, but all I can say is that a lot will be unraveled and more breakthroughs are yet to come. We do believe that this firearm or this weapon that was used in the commission of crimes is being linked to various other crimes. But for now, we're not going to say much. We are expecting the 4 to appear before the Alexandra Magistrate Court tomorrow morning, where they will be formally charged with the murder of Oupa and his 2 bodyguards, Sibusiso Mokoena and Sandile Mieza.
Yeah, and if we go back to the press briefing that was held by KZN Police Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, one of the things that he talked about, though, was a place where guns were seized and those guns believed to be behind the killings of South African stars. Are you able to tell me if this at all put some weight behind the allegations that were put forward by the KZN Police Commissioner?
Look, I wouldn't want to get into what Lieutenant General Mkhwandazi said on the day because, as you know, the president has established a commission and everything that was said on that particular day will be then tested before this particular commission. But it's just to report to South Africans that our men and women in blue are hard at work. The long arm of the law will catch up with you, no matter how long it takes. And it just goes to show that we really have dedicated men and women in blue that will go to great lengths to ensure justice for families. So hoping that tomorrow, we will then enroll this case before court. They will be formally charged, and we are hoping that really this success and this breakthrough will provide closure for the families of DJ Sumbody and his two bodyguards and so on. But for us, we are going back to the drawing board. There's more work to be done. There's more arrests to be made in other cases that haven't been solved as yet.
Is this a sign that the political killings task team that General Mkhwandazi talked about is operational and is not being hindered in its work?
Look, I have indicated that the political killings task team has been working on cases as far back as 2018. The only difference now is that they were not working on new cases, but a lot of great work has actually come from the task team. I think more than 130 accused, which includes your hitmen, your hit orderers, have been found guilty and sentenced to various crimes, including that of murders of politicians and so on. 29 of them have gotten life sentences. 41 accused were sentenced between 10 to 73 years. And the sentences, I think, total more than 1,886. And they also have, I think, 11 hitmen that are still awaiting to be sentenced for various crimes. I think yesterday or the past week, we saw the sentencing of the killer of Zakhele Khuzwayo, who was an ANC councillor attached to the Kwama Phumulo municipality in KZN. 2 weeks ago, we saw the sentencing of Cindy Somagaga's killer to 25 years. So there is a lot of great work that has been done and achieved by this particular task team, but I wouldn't want to get into the merits of whether it exists or not. The work is being done, the arrests are there, the convictions are there.
I am going to try and take advantage of the opportunities that I'm being given here, Brigadier, if you'll allow me. As you mentioned, various cases, just to this one coming up and making the rounds, I suppose, in the national discourse lately. Jerry Bushora, a farmer and a businessman from Pretoria, allegedly kidnapped in 2024 after a business meeting in Centurion. Do we have an update on what's happened with that particular high-profile matter?
Look, I wouldn't want to comment on a person who is still in captivity because we wouldn't want to risk the life of the person who is still in captivity. So we don't usually discuss cases of people that have not been rescued by the police. That particular investigation is ongoing. We have roped in maximum resources in that particular kidnapping case. But for now, I can't comment further on that particular case because we have not registered a breakthrough. But as soon as there is a breakthrough on the Jerry Bushora case, we will inform the media accordingly.
And then there is another matter. This is unverified report, and I need to highlight this, that for us here, this is an unverified report of a fire at the home of the now Higher Education Deputy Minister, Nomusa Dube-Ncube. Are you able to verify that for us at all?
I wouldn't be able to assist you there, but I think if you contact my counterpart in KZN, he would be better positioned to comment on that.
Okay, and then I'm going to go back to the original discussion that we were having, of course, around the 4 suspects that will appear. Talk to us about those details. But I'm also quite keen to hear about just the kind of work that goes into not just finding the hitman, but also getting to the mastermind behind the death of DJ Sumbody. Perhaps you're able to talk to us a little bit about the kind of work that would have been put in by police to get to the very top of that, hierarchy.
Look, it just goes to show that in the police, we've got the expertise, we've got the capabilities to solve any crime in South Africa. Yes, you do get cases that are easier to solve, and it's quicker for us to get convictions and obtain arrests and so on. But you do get those cases, such as this one, as DJ Sumbody, where you don't rush the case, the investigation. You would have to piece evidence together and so on. Until you are confident that you are ready to go to court, because we are avoiding that a case falls flat when you arrive in court and so on. So it was quite important for the team to close all the gaps, to close all the loose ends, so that when they are ready to effect the necessary arrest, then they will be confident that this is a case that will be able to stand in court.
Yeah. Brigadier, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Brigadier Atlenda Matile, spokesperson for the South African Police Service.